We're here live at Imagine AI Live in Las Vegas. I've got a very special guest, Jerrod Lew. Jerrod, I've been following you on socials for a long time now. It's incredible, and really just this last month, you've seen I'd say an explosion in your growth and in the views. How are you feeling?
I feel tired, but incredible. I mean, I've been a content creator for a very long time, doing different things, and you always try to find those passion projects that take on a life of their own a little bit. I tried with music, I tried with tech and gaming, but then when it came to generative AI and the scale of how it kind of hit the world a couple years ago, the content really just seemed to start resonating with people. And I never thought a side project and a hobby would lead to being at Imagine AI Live, being on stage, running workshops, and people asking you how to make art and video. So I'm really happy with how things are going at the moment.
And so you partner with a lot of these AI image and video generation tools, and you get early access to them, which is really cool. And tell us about some of the most recent videos, software you've worked with.
I think the most impressive one at the moment is Google Veo 3, which I was at Google I/O in person this year, and they were a lot of rumors that they were announcing something big in the video space, and we weren't expecting it to be AI video, which also includes sound effects and music. That's a whole new other standard, because we were used to creating videos and they were all silent.
Yeah, okay, so Google Veo 3, and what is for those who haven't used it yet, because not a lot of people have access to it, is it open to the public right
It's now open to the public. You need I think you need to have a subscription, as always now with these tools, but it is available.
So if you want to create a video with Google Veo 3, what does it look like for the user? What are you actually doing?
So it's right now is text to video, and what's really cool is that it's part of Google Gemini. So if you use Gemini already as part of your flow for search or for writing, similar with ChatGPT, you can prompt it now to create Google Veo AI video kind of content now, which is super easy and accessible, because in the previous versions of Google Veo, it wasn't that easy to get access to it. But this time they just went all out to make sure it's available to everyone. And I think that's a really good step for them.
And so you're saying that you type in what you want to create, but it also does audio of people speaking and does background music as well?
Yeah, so now you can prompt not just for the environment and the character, how they look and what they're doing, but you can actually prompt what they're saying. So imagine putting in like a short movie script with 2 or 3 people speaking with different dialogues. You can adjust their expressions, how they speak, the tone, and they actually go and say it now. And it was quite mind-blowing seeing this first time.
Well, I think it's mind-blowing because it looks so lifelike. It looks extremely realistic. You have to do a double take. Is this AI? And then once you see that this capability, that this is AI, regular human videos, you second guess that. Because, and so this is the world we're going into. What do you think that means? What do you think that means for creators and viewers?
I think it's going to be really important to make sure we can understand what is AI and what isn't. And I think the ethics around this is going to be put into question more in this policy, and I think rightly so, because we need to be able to tell what is real, and that will help stop misinformation, fake news, and just bad things spreading. But I think what people don't realize is a lot of these big companies like Google and Adobe, they have projects in the work that leave invisible watermarks, that leave a tag on stuff that are created, which means we will always be able to search and tell, okay, this was an AI video made by this tool. And I think that's something that needs to be normalized across all platforms, especially social media, because we need to be able to tell, like, okay, I've watched this, it looks really realistic and really is in high quality. Is this actually real? And it may not be.
So I had the thought, like, what's different about like CGI and then this AI video? I mean, CGI is so good now that you can't tell the difference. And so why is that different from what AI is capable of doing now, or will be able to do?
No, it's a really good question, because this is a debate we have a lot in the AI space now, where we have questions on, if you do AI art, are you an artist? If you do AI video, are you really a filmmaker? And I think the CGI conversation is fascinating, because it's a great example where we've taken tools and technology and we're trying to make very realistic things with it, to maybe not trick an audience, but to showcase something that wouldn't otherwise be real. I think it's very similar for AI video. I don't think there's a lot of negativity around, oh, people are going to use this for bad things. And sure, there are bad actors out there, but I think the difference between CGI and AI video is that the ethical side of it is being discussed so early in the AI stage process. Like it's there. It may not be the most popular discussion that you see, but all these big companies have frameworks to make sure what they do is ethical. And I think that's only a good thing for the future.
So we talked about Google Veo 3. Is there another AI creation tool that you're really excited about?
Yeah, so I've been a big fan of a tool called Freepik. And Freepik are known quite historically. They do a lot of stock footage back in the day. They switched to AI about a year and a half ago, and they've just been launching stuff nonstop. And why it's super exciting that I love working with them is because they have all the tools in one. And if you're new to the space, art and video, you haven't touched one before, you don't know which subscription to get, Freepik is a good option because you have access to a dozen different image models, a dozen different AI video models, and you can play around and test it in like one sandbox without having to go to different areas. They have an editor, they have sound effects, they have music. It's all in one space, and I'm a big fan of everything being in one spot. I really hope we keep going down that path, because if you keep paying for multiple tools, it starts to get expensive.
Yeah, one-stop shop, and it's so nice that they're integrating with all of these different creation tools and instead of creating a subscription for each one.
Yeah.
And do you think it saves money doing it that way?
I think for the user it does. I think the money part is one thing, because you know that your one subscription is getting you access to all these things, but also the accessibility of it as well. Being able to create an image with any tool that you'd like and move it to any video tool that you'd like within a couple clicks on one platform. For people that are new to the space, I think that's really critical, because there's a lot of incredible artistic AI video and art tools out there, but sometimes they're a little bit clunky to use, and the user experience isn't as friendly as it could be. Freepik for me put that at the forefront. So I recommend it for beginners and people that are more experienced. You know.
Awesome. Tell me about a recent hit of yours. I mean, as a content creator myself, there's nothing greater feeling and rewarding than when of all the hard work of doing this day after day, putting out content, and you get something that gets hundreds of thousands of views, more than that. Tell us about a recent experience of that.
Look, I'll mention Veo 3 again because the content I posted around that, and I posted a bunch of different styles of content, dialogue, more cinematic scenes, action scenes, showing people this for the first time, and quickly after it was announced, it led to millions of views over a couple of days, and my phone was melting because I don't normally get that kind of volume so fast. But I knew it was going to be something that was quite outstanding because it was something that took AI video to the next level with the sound effects and people speaking. And I see this similar with other major announcements. When Runway launched references last year, where you can take a photo of someone or create an image of someone and reimagine that in different angles and scenes. This is another level of things where we're taking something that we've known for the last couple of years, but giving people like way more control over it.
Yeah.
And it's really cool stuff.
I'm getting goosebumps for you thinking about all your phone blowing up like that. Yeah. That's exciting. So let's kind of talk, because it wasn't always like that. I mean, it's been a long road of you doing that. Yep. And I think for a lot of AI, content creators today, just in general, that timeliness is so important, and being able to jump on the things and get something out.
Yeah.
What else is there besides that timeliness and the being quick to post? I
think being quick to post will get you the short term couple days of success. And sometimes you need to do that because some people use your account as news and they want an update quickly, and that's great. Those are the type of content that I focus on speed rather than the quality. However, you always need to think about how you can apply this to the person watching. And that's the level I try to play with now is, here's a great tool, here's what it can do, and here are 3 use cases that it can work for you today and why you should care. Because we sit in the AI space or in the content space, it's still like every other industry, it's still a bit of a bubble. You think it's the world, but outside of that, it's not. People aren't as obsessed or into it. And you have to break it down to people to figure out why they should care about this. And I think as a creator, that's where the storytelling element comes in a little bit of, here's a great thing I just found. This is why I think it can help you, and this is how you can do it quickly and effectively. And you don't get it right all the time. And I think as a creator, that's the key thing. It may take a dozen videos to get that right. But once you get into that flow of thinking, you love the journey of and creating. That's when it becomes quite fun.
Well, Jerrod, thank you so much for sitting down with me at this pop-up podcast here at Imagine AI Live. We're super glad that we're collaborating here, and you were at the New York event and now in Las Vegas. Super excited to, just every time you post on social media, I pay attention. So thanks so much.
Thank you. Super happy to be here. So thank you so much.
All right.
That's one small